All right. Hello, hello, hello. We are live discussing the 15th episode of The Walking Dead Season 10, which is kind of like a mini finale. I'm Justin. That's Studley guy over there. That's JP. And we're the Podcasting Dead. If you found us on the internet, which I guess where else would you have found us? Consider checking out our channel for other content. We don't just talk about The Walking Dead, we talk about a little bit of everything. But as for right now, we are talking about The Walking Dead. And JP, first impressions of this episode, what'd you think?
I mean,
A
it
little
was good.
slow.
It was good, but it definitely, given the fact that we're going to go weeks or however long before we get the conclusion. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's something I guess they couldn't have helped,
No,
but
no,
you know,
not on. Like I said, not a bad episode, but it's just it feels like it's a season finale because the actual season finale's in limbo. So you're just kind of like, oh man,
right? Yeah.
all
What up,
right.
Appalachian American?
No, there he is.
Dracos, we appreciate you. And Kate Domingo, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I felt the same way. It's one of those. I'm not mad. Like I'm not gonna say like, oh, the episode, because I mean, this would have been a
Mhm.
great build up for a finale. It's just that we're not gonna get the finale for a little while. But can I say that I really like Princess?
Yeah, she was definitely a high point of this one, man. Judith was getting a little annoying, so it's good that Princess is in there. She's keeping me engaged and entertained, and I like the princess. That's
What
it.
was Judith doing to get on your nerves?
I don't know, just the whole. Oh, are we really gonna leave her there? Like, yeah, bitch, we really gonna leave her there? You feel like digging a hole? I don't feel like
This
digging a hole.
this ain't Bambi.
Yeah, like let's go, let's fucking go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Princess was very cartoony, but I'm gonna tell you the actress playing her, she's so new. I haven't even got a chance to learn her name yet, but she did a really good job of bringing a very uh colorful character on the in the comics to the screen. Because I mean, Princess was one of those characters in the comics that almost was like she belonged in a comic, because you just don't meet people like that in real life. So
Right.
the page to screen adaptation has been pretty damn good.
Yeah, dude. I liked her just through and through the whole episode. She just wants to hang out and have a good time. That's all.
Yeah,
You know,
I thought
that's
so.
it.
I thought so. I liked her a lot more than I thought I would have. And let's see, looking through some of these comments right here. Pert Mind, it says, I'm mad about the finale being delayed. It might hurt the show.
Oh, it's gonna hurt the show for sure.
Yeah, it definitely could. I'm hoping it doesn't, but it definitely could. Kate Domingo says, I love Princess. She's definitely going to be comic relief. Yeah, and I think we need that. I mean, we had Jerry was comic
Yeah.
relief for a while, and then Luke was a good comedy relief, but we haven't really had any of that in a while. So it's nice to have a fresh face.
Yeah, man. And I look forward to a lot of banter with her and Eugene. That much I can tell you.
It kind of puts a damper on the episode, knowing we won't see the finale for a while. Yeah, you're right. Definitely makes you watch
Yeah.
the episode more, a little differently than you would if not. And bear with me as I struggle to speak here. I'm really tired. The Appalachian American says Judith is a kid. She doesn't know the rough side of the zombie apocalypse. That's true, but she gonna learn today.
Yeah, you gotta get used to just killing people, leaving them. It's like I think what was that Clint Eastwood movie? But he says, the worms got to eat same as crows
True.
after he
Yeah.
kills somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100% with Beavers. I was hoping for something like last season's penultimate episode. Yeah, because last season we had that kick-ass pre-season finale. The episode with the heads on the pikes,
Yeah.
and then the other. Then the finale was kind of it was all right. It set a lot of setup, but yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I was really hoping for something, but again, I don't blame them, because this next episode could be absolutely amazing, and they intended it to be seen next week.
It's got to
But
be, man. If they shit the bed on the season finale after the people who are gonna hang in there wait so long, man, just
right,
it's gonna be the last nail in the coffin, And they just got out of the coffin, climbed out the grave, you know,
oh yeah. What's
eating
up, BK?
ass.
We appreciate you. Also, BK says PS keep up the Resident Evil 3 gameplay, so we got to get back on that in the next day or two.
Well, we're a good halfway through the mission, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually playing a separate campaign from the one that we're playing on the live stream, and I'm playing on
Oh,
hardcore, and I'm almost through.
is this hardcore as you would like?
No, but it unlocks two harder. The hardcore feels more like regular.
Gotcha.
But anyways, remind me to tell you the next time we jump on the live stream. The game's starting to grow on me.
Mm.
Anyways, Derek Patterson says the episode was awful, fellas. I don't, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, but
Ah,
my
mm.
opinion, I don't think it was awful. I just think it's the circumstances. You know what I mean?
I can definitely see why he's saying that. I mean, I didn't think it was awful. I definitely kind of like got distracted at certain points in the episode. Like, all right, we're walking in the woods and we're talking and sharing feelings, and that's really great. But no, I see where you're coming from, Derek.
He's got a good point, man. Like I didn't hate this episode, but I'm not gonna say I wasn't a little like I always could tell the quality of the episode if I find myself checking my phone at some point.
Right. Yeah.
And I was doing that this episode, so it definitely was a slower paced, especially considering it's the last one we're going to get for a while. He says Alden isn't a quick learner; he's a POW twice. Yeah, he needs to keep his ass out of the enemy's prisons, which I
I
guess the
think
Whisperers
he's
don't have prisons; they have trees.
yeah. You don't stay a whisperer prisoner for long, but he's definitely just like what institutionalized. He can't keep himself from getting locked up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What are you gonna do?
At work-life balance. What's funny is my girlfriend pointed that out. When we were watching episodes when it showed Luke. She said, "Man, he really lost some weight." And
Yeah.
but that's how it is in the apocalypse. And that's one thing I loved about that book series. I said I loved so much. I loved it so much. The remaining. I was about to say I love it so much I can't even remember the name of it. But in that, it describes like the lead character and everybody else getting skinnier and skinnier because you're in an apocalypse. You're not exactly eating as well as you would be now. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. At first, I was like, "Who is that character?" He's lost some weight.
He
It threw
really
me
has.
off. It threw me off a
I
little
really
bit.
like Luke, man, and I really wish they would put him back into the mix more. I
Yeah,
thought Luke was a great character. Like he was comedic, he was a comic relief, but he also had some depth to him and some intelligence. Like he had a lot of things going for him. I really, really hope they'll capitalize on that. And I know it's just one of those things. They got so many characters right now. It's probably hard as hell to
yeah.
juggle them. But I really, really hope that they will start using Luke a little bit more.
He would have been a fun addition to the group questing through Pittsburgh right now, man. He should have been
Right.
on
Yeah.
Eugene's
Yeah. Yeah.
crew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That's a good observation. What's up, Eternal Wreck? Thank you for joining us, man.
there's my
Uh,
man.
the Negan and Lydia stuff was a drag. He says, "What a drag." I think he means was a drag, unless "what a drag" is a new
What a
term.
drag. Yeah, it kind of was. Negan could have been better utilized this episode.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, what a weird spot to be in. Like, hey, I
Mm,
saved your life, but I used to be a evil overlord, but now I'm walking amongst
mm.
the people I once tried to enslave and murder. I also chopped your mother's head off, and it was put on a pie. You know what I mean? Like, that's a weird spot to be in.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Oh, sorry. Spring was poking me, but yeah, I mean, it's an awkward spot, man. I cut your mom's head off. We boned a little bit.
And he's like, I
He's
really liked her. Get out
yeah.
of here, man. There wasn't much there to like. I mean, she was absolutely mad.
He really liked busting that grape.
Yeah,
That's
oh
what he
yeah.
liked. Who can
Derek
blame him?
Patterson chimed in and says third time actually. Yeah, this is the second time Alden's been captured by the Whisperers, and then the other time he was captured by Rick and everybody. But so
Hmm.
Alden's been a POW quite a few times through the show.
Yeah.
Yes, I did hear when Princess was like, "I got this cool ass spear." I was like,
Yes.
"Yeah, boy," because
Mm.
I think we mentioned last week we better see that damn spear.
Yeah, man, that was definitely the like the episode, man. For me, was just Princess and getting through the minefield, and I can't wait to see that spear, just leg sweeping, heart diving, man. She's a beast with that spear.
Oh yeah, yeah. It said Derek says that Luke was filming elsewhere during this portion of the season, and that's the way Connie
Mm.
is. She's all filming that Marvel thing, but
Yeah,
I hate when that gets in the way, man. I hate. I don't know. It's like I don't want to say you should confine these actors and actresses like to you, but it's almost one of those things where like, no, we need to tell a kick ass story, and if your ass gonna be in the show, you gonna be in the show. If
right.
you can't, then you ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're out there trying to make a living. That's understandable, but the show must go on, as they say.
Am I the only
So,
one? And don't get me wrong, I'm sure I'll catch some hate from this, but am I the only one that really didn't care much about the whole Carol scene? Like, I feel like we've been here with her so many times where she loses her way and then someone says
mhm.
something that puts her on the right path, and then she'll just do the same shit next season.
Yeah, her and Connie's heart to heart. That was another one where I was just kind of glazed over, you know, like, all right, well, that's
Like I like Kelly. I think she's a great character, and I'm glad we're seeing
yeah,
more
that's
of
a
her. And
Connie. Yeah, Kelly.
I've mixed them up all the time. Like I'm
Yeah,
glad we got to see that, and I'm glad we're getting more of her because I like the character. But I just, as far as the Carol finding peace with I'm tired of it. Like Carol, just
yeah.
whatever, man. Carol's just needs to go on a vacation or go get laid again. Something like
Hmm.
unwind.
I was thinking about it, man. Like I'd forgot certain things, but I mean, you know, we're all kind of quarantined right now. You remember the last time there was a quarantine and Carol was involved?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
she murdered like two people and then set them on fire.
And then set them on fire, right?
Yeah,
Like she
I
didn't
mean,
just
I was
like
just like,
kill two
man,
people. She killed two people. She drug them outside. She lit them on fire. I mean,
like
she's
whoever, yeah, ugh,
yeah. No, it's looking in the comments too. It looks like a lot of people agree that just the Carol thing is kind of it's just getting old. I mean, every season, and it's like who said it here? Somebody had a good point about the. Oh no,
whoops, I'm
I'm gonna
still
start
here.
using I'm gonna see if I can get StreamYard on my phone because I host it on my laptop. I'm gonna see if I can get it
Hmm.
on my phone next week because the phone camera quality is clearly a lot better than the laptop.
I just miss
Um,
my tripod, man. I've got like a
yeah,
whole like Jenga tower set up.
we
It's
need to
not
get you
ideal.
another one, man. It won't be like $15, right? 15, $20.
Something like that. Yeah, it wasn't crazy bad.
Oh, you know what's cool is I've got my comic book wall cover on the
Hmm.
other side here in the man
Uh-huh.
cave. It's more cinema and sports, but
Yeah.
on the other side, I got my wall, but JP there, I see right over your shoulder. There's the cover with Princess on it.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping that someone would comment and be like, "Yeah," and then I was gonna be like, "Bam, it's yours. We're gonna mail it to you once the pandemic's over." But
So do I get it now?
I was gonna say, yeah, you said it, but you've got that issue already.
But I mean, I would like another issue. You just never know what could happen to it.
I've actually got two of those. Nebo like sank his claw into the cover of that one, so it's got like a puncture. So I was like, yeah, I can get rid of this without worrying about it. But anyway,
Hmm.
no one
Um,
noticed except for you.
Kate Domingo says people need to seriously stop for being forgiven towards Carol. Yeah, she definitely was
Hmm.
forgiven super easy on that one. Kelly has to be my least favorite character this whole season. She's not my least favorite, but I mean, I'm liking that we're getting to know her a little bit better. But I mean, she's never really been either of our favorites from the beginning. I think in that group we just really kind of like Luke and Connie.
Yeah, I could care less about Kelly and Carol at this point, man. I'm not too worried about her either. So
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, she just keeps getting people stuck in caves, and Negan stuck out. She's just yeah,
It's a good point. It is almost like Carol. They don't Dracos. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. I never say shit right. But says it seems like they don't have enough action for Carol, and so that's why they keep dragging out this emotional instability. Just because they're kind of like, what do we do with her now? It's like, you know
yeah,
what? Give her kind of the Luke treatment. She's been in the show for a while. I don't think people will be freaking out if she kind of takes a back seat for a few episodes or maybe even a season. She could be a kind of move to a supporting character for a little while. Give us time to miss her.
yeah, dude. They're just giving her filler stuff right now. Just retread it. Just all right, Carol's emotional journey. Here we go. That's fine, but it's not really fine.
It's not fine. Work-life balance says Judith looked like she was stepping out of an LL Bean magazine while everybody else looked raggedy. That's what happens. I mean, she's technically royalty, I guess, right? She's Michonne and Rick's daughter, so she kind of has that,
I,
you know.
yeah, I mean they've raided like the outlet malls and all these things just to make sure she has a good wardrobe.
Right.
She wants that first day of school feel every day. I love it.
Beta's going a little mad, man. Got the voices and stuff in his head.
Yeah, man, he's auditory hallucinations, and I mean, it kept him from gutting one of his own people there for a minute, so that's good. But
Yeah, fine. I mean, that's the one thing about Beta. Like, I mean, I guess he considers that the Guardians or the Walkers are his army, but like, dude, you got to quit killing your own people. I
it's not
mean,
a good look.
no, I mean, we have openings for the Whisperers. Oh, cool. Why are you expanding? No, all our people died. Oh, you had an issue? No, I killed them, but we need new people.
It's kind of like being a henchman for the Joker. It's just like out the gate, you should be like, yeah, this is a bad idea, you know.
I am with you, Beavers, 100%. I really couldn't quite tell what all of the voices in Beta's head were saying half the time. They were so distorted and so ugh.
Yeah, me neither. So-
Oh man, our pal Seth here has a good. Before I bounce for bed, how about that Fear the Walking Dead teaser?
Dude, it was pretty balls to the wall. Not as much Victor Strand as I would have liked, but
Or Morgan? We didn't see Morgan or
yeah,
Victor, and
that's
it
true.
looked
Yeah,
like Daniel got decapitated. Did you see that?
I was wondering who that was. Was that
Uh,
Daniel?
it looked like it was Daniel's.
Dude, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I don't want Daniel to die. But I
Do you
guess
think?
his schedule's been so busy though. I'm sure it's hard to film with him.
Do you think that was Daniel's cat in tonight's episode of The Walking Dead? Do you think it
No,
was?
no, I don't
You
think
don't
so.
think so?
That
It
cat
makes you think,
traveled a
though.
long ways.
Man, cats they can roam. They can
They do,
wander.
yeah, yeah. That's what they do.
You remember
So,
that movie back in the '90s where the cat and the dog and the other dog they travel across the country to find their masters? Homeward Bound, wasn't
Homeward
that it?
Bound, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Michael J.
yeah.
Fox did a
So,
voice in that.
oh, dude, I didn't realize.
I used to know who did the voice of Shadow, the older dog, too, but I can't
Hmm.
remember now.
Hmm.
The movie was so sad, but they all made it. But it just had that. Remember the sad moment where like Shadow wasn't going to make it.
Oh yeah, that was
Spoiler: he made it, and if that bothers you, I'm sorry. The
Mhm.
movie came out like 100 years ago. You'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I just can't get
Make,
over Princess over your left shoulder. Did you put that there on purpose?
I did. At first, I had issue 49 because I've got two copies of that as well. It's the one where a young Carl is leading Rick, and it looks like he's a zombie, but he's really not. And I was like, well, you know, after I enjoyed Princess so much this episode, that's the only reason I'm really not like being too hard on this episode because the stuff with Princess was really good in my estimation. That's all.
It's a good setup. It's a good
Yeah,
setup, and it just. I think that's what I said. I'm not saying it would have been a great episode either way, but what I'm saying is I think it's easier to be let down by this one knowing you're not going to get another one for a while.
right.
I
And
think
it's
if next Sunday we were getting the finale, we would be looking at this episode like, it was slow but really cool setup. Can't wait for next week.
yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man, that a side story actually has you more compelled than the main storyline going on.
Oh yeah, dude, can you imagine? Our friend Foxy in the Puppet Show just had a really cool thought. Can't wait to see Princess in the Barn of Pleasures.
Ooh, that is going to be compelling.
She's so just literal, man. I could just see. Let me get my laptop set up here because I got it set up on the chair that I'm sitting on, and it's getting a little annoying in my lap. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I could imagine Princess will be quite fun in the Barn of Pleasures.
Yeah, I think so too. And there's already some chemistry with her and the King Ezekiel.
And it's bizarre because I thought about that when he walked up and she said she was a princess because a queen makes you sound old and pretentious, and a princess. And I really thought he was going to walk up and be like, "Well, I'm King Ezekiel," and just launch into that.
God. Yeah, I was really hoping she was going to just kind of rejuvenate his kingly juices.
Oh yeah, well, in the Bar of Pleasures, I think a lot of juices will be rejuvenated.
I could see that happening.
She just would be so literal with everything. Oh my God!
Yeah, no kidding.
She just walks in. Everyone's just in their Walking Dead dog pile of sex in the Barn of Pleasures. She just would just be like, "Oh my God!"
Dude, I could see her being like a real straight-laced, old school Catholic girl. I could see it. Who knows?
You mean like we think she'd be wild, but she'd walk in and go, "Oh, dude, no. I'm saving myself for marriage because of the Lord."
Might surprise us. That's all I'm saying. So,
Yeah, the minefield definitely had kind of had that. Remember in Fear the Walking Dead where they had that minefield they
I
had to go
do.
through?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think the princess stuff was probably the highlight of the episode, and it's interesting because some people were wondering if she was gonna suck, if this was
Mhm.
whatever, but it actually was pretty legit, and it was probably one of the best parts of the episode.
Yeah, man. I look forward to seeing more Princess. At this point, I'd have been happy if the whole episode had it just set up the stuff with Negan, like maybe had one scene at the end of the episode, but just give us, some good stuff with Princess and King Ezekiel.
Yeah, that's true. And we're seeing Young JM says they released the opening minutes of the finale, so
Yeah.
we'll definitely have to check that out. Was that on
hmm
The Talking Dead?
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention, but
That's right. We're funner.
yeah, yeah, we might have to. Maybe we could do like a little reaction for that tomorrow,
Like we won't
so
say
to
a
speak.
word. We'll just put it on our faces, and we'll let you judge our
Yeah,
reaction by our expressions. Practice.
just
Let's see what our expressions are. Let me see your excited expression. That looks more inquisitive than it does excited. There you go. Got to do the little Kevin Home Alone like. Now that's what I'm talking about. Work it. Yeah, come on, give me some tears. Oh man, Daryl just died. Let me see the reaction. Come on. If we're gonna do reactions, post, we got to be able to get the reactions down. There you go. You nailing it, man,
oh gosh.
dude. And oh, your face even got red.
Yeah, yeah, I really got into character for that one.
That was
So
good, man. Bravo, bravo.
that took a lot out of me.
No, in the barn of pleasures, they put a lot in you.
That's what I understand, and that's what I would hope for. Such an
Oh,
establishment.
really good point. Let's see. Where was it? I saw a good point from somebody's. Oh yeah, work-life balance says no Maggie this season unless we see in the finale. But how will she come in? Well, that's the thing is that I thought she was still supposed to come in, but I feel like she might be where they're going. Like they're going, I guess, to the
Right.
the Commonwealth, and a lot of people are saying no, Maggie's not at the Commonwealth, but I'm thinking she is at the Commonwealth. Perhaps I feel like that's really the only way she could come in, unless it's just like seriously, she's going to roll up to Hilltop at the end of the episode, like excited to get back to work and happy,
hmm
and just be like, "What the fuck happened to my house?" Like, wasn't there a
Yeah.
mansion here earlier?
Oh man. Yeah, the hilltop is wrecked, and Maggie's not going to be happy, especially when she finds out she ain't got no more Jesus.
I think if Maggie's going to be in the next episode, she's going to be where they're going. Like she's going to be, I don't know. I mean, she definitely hasn't been talking with Stephanie. Like she doesn't know because then she'd have been like, "Oh, that's my boy Eugene."
Right. Yeah, I definitely think she'll be like in the greater community, but not in the location where they're going.
So this question, the answer is spoiler territory. So if you haven't read the comics and you want to read the comics, tune out for like a second. Plug your ears. The explaining the Commonwealth won't take very long. But the Commonwealth, 3, 2, 1, here we go. So the Commonwealth is basically just this community that is as close to regular civilization as it gets. I think they have like 50,000 people is what they said
Yeah.
in the comics. So, I mean, it's a huge community, but it's not without its problems. But well, that's all I'll say. I don't want to give any kind of spoiler going into it, but it's a different kind of conflict. It's nothing like the Whisperers or the Saviors. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's just kind of the closest thing that exists now to what civilization like used to be,
Right, right. And
But yeah,
let me see. There's a 2 minute 30. There's a 2 minute 30-second sneak peek called Maggie's Return. Holy shit, Derek! Is it actually? Do you see Maggie's Return? Is that on? Where is that? Did you find that on YouTube? Give us some details on that. And Eternal Wreck. That was one of my points I've been saving in the back of my head to bring up whenever we got to a lull. I swear it. But who pointed the gun at Aaron? Because he looked at them like
ooh,
it was someone he knew. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't pick up on that.
I mean, it looked like he looked at them, and it could have just been a fuck you to because you've
Hmm.
got a gun pointed at me. I mean, imagine we'd all have either a look of, oh my God, please don't kill me, or a look of fuck you to whoever pointed the gun at us.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It did look as if he was seeing someone he knew.
Yeah, that's true. And so who's out there that would surprise him so much?
I don't know. That's the thing, man.
Ooh,
What if it's Maggie?
that would definitely be a shocker.
Maggie is now a whisperer.
Dude, I mean, if
That'd be
they
an
had made
interesting
her
twist.
alpha man, that would have been a real mind. You know what?
I remember when
Well,
people were thinking that Madison from Fear the Walking Dead was going to end up being Alpha.
that would have been a cool thing to do too.
It would have. I don't want to. I actually, some people really hate on her in our listener base, but I really actually liked her on Fear the Walking Dead. So I wouldn't have liked to not like her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, maybe like she had some kind of brain injury, or like the fire like scarred her, and that's why she wears the mask. And I don't know, man. They could have made it really cool. But I mean, I'm happy with what we got. So,
Good point here from Beaverus. It could have been someone who borrowed a Whisperer mask.
ooh, yeah, yeah. We could have some sleeper agents out there.
Yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Interesting stuff. I'm excited to see where it's going. I just hate that I don't know exactly when we're going to go there.
Yeah, dude, that it's like everything else in life right now. Just who knows what's going to happen. Where it's exciting in a way, just a break from the norm. I mean, it sucks. Don't get me wrong, but
Right, I know what you mean. Yeah,
yeah,
it's yeah, it is. It's something new. Um,
yeah,
but I'm gonna tell you, man. It's not so much being because Resident Evil 3 came out, so being at home the whole last couple of days hasn't bothered me one bit because I've
yeah.
been playing that game.
Yeah, this weekend was like going to go this way, Corona or not.
Right, like it was
Yeah.
going down. I even told my girlfriend, like, I'm gonna be a horrible father this weekend to our
Oh yeah,
child
man.
because Resident Evil 3 is coming out. My mind is,
Yeah, you've been chomping at the bit for that one.
yep.
Yeah.
But I am excited to do stuff again. I
Yeah.
miss I miss people. I miss the laughs. Do people still laugh?
Yeah, me not so much, man. This is kind of like I mean, aside from the people dying and stuff, this is kind of a cream dream for me. Like, I don't have to feel guilty about not wanting to go out on Saturday night. Like, oh, everybody's down there at Frank's, so I could go, but shit, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of just
I
it's all
think the
right with
difference
me.
between you and I is I don't mind being antisocial some weekends, but I don't feel guilty about it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like somebody might just be like, "Hey, let's do so and so," and if I'm feeling sitting at home, I'm just gonna sit at home. Which I
yeah,
told everybody before, we had our coronavirus apocalypse. I had told all my friends like the weekend of the 3rd, I am completely, AFK right now. Just I am going to be playing Resident Evil 3 and I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to do anything.
hmm.
And I got my wish. I just didn't. What if this
So
happened because of me?
I was gonna say, did you bioengineer this virus just to ensure that you would be undisturbed when the game came out?
Oh man, I might have. I
I
didn't.
feel like you willed
I,
it into existence, man.
I might have. I didn't mean to
You
though.
might have. You might have. You were out there in Wuhan, selling a tainted bat meat. You farted on some bats, and
Farted on
Jesus,
some bats and created
yeah,
the
got everybody
coronavirus.
all fucking sick.
Hmm. Being where we are and how far we've come, how much longer do you think The Walking Dead will last and come out with new stuff to show? We've talked about that before, and it really is it's a loaded question because I don't know. Part of me would like to think that they would do like because Game of Thrones got past the source material and kept going for a season, even though it was a terrible, terrible mistake. They did. I would like to think The Walking Dead would continue to go because I'm gonna tell you, man. I know it's people are dropping off the show, whatever. Anytime a show runs this long, though, I feel like people will fall off. But
Oh yeah.
I'll watch it as long as they keep making it.
Yeah, same here. I don't know how long like the core show is going to go, but as far as the Walking Dead franchise, at this point it's like Batman or Ninja Turtles. It'll never not be there, you know.
Yeah, I would
Like
say I could probably see it going to season 12, maybe.
yeah, yeah, like as far as the show itself, it'll probably run 12 seasons.
Which would be
But
a huge feat.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's a long, especially with these like oversized, like 16 episodes in a season for that long. Yeah, dude. That's not a lot of shows go that kind of distance.
The World Beyond ad kind of bummed me out. Like I'm excited for the World Beyond, but I thought
Hmm.
it started out showing Rick and Jadis, and I really thought we were about to get a preview for the Rick movies. And I was like, yes, we're finally gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the World Beyond again. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool, man. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I want to see like what they're doing with Rick right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, dude. They say Eternal Rex said 12 solid seasons and end the entire story with the movies. Now that would be dope. I read one time. All right, just picture this with me, and I might have said this before on the podcast, but it's so cool it warrants revisiting. Someone had a really cool idea for how the show should end. Like it should be somehow it gets to a crow. Now you could have a crow pecking at a walker body, whatever, but the crow should fly up and we should like fly along like like over the shoulder of the crow and it just should like fade with like some good music playing and the crow should fly over like all of the locations from the show, like all the way back to the beginning. Like back it ends like over Atlanta or something. You know what I'm saying? Like see the prison in
Hmm.
ruin and just overrun, see Woodbury just in rubble, just see the sanctuary abandoned, just to kind of like a bittersweet goodbye to the show. That'd be such a dope way to end it.
No, dude, that'd be beautiful. I hope that happens.
I do too, man. Like I can just picture it in my head, like just some strong music playing. Maybe you can hear things like as they go over the crow goes over locations, you're hearing certain things of characters saying that were impactful. Like over the prison, you might have Rick saying something inspiring, or over
Yeah,
Herschel's. Imagine Herschel's farm, like the crow flying over Herschel's
yeah, yeah.
farm. You might hear Herschel say something. Just something. I really, yeah. We've been. Yeah, I think you and I both, when it comes to finales, we hold it to high standard because we come from the generation that loved 6 Feet Under, which
Oh
had the
yeah,
most perfect wrap up to any show of all time, and I want something to top that or at least match it.
yeah. In a world where series finales generally disappoint, man, 6 Feet Under it doesn't get any better.
I tell people
Yeah.
if you never plan to watch 6 Feet Under, you can just go watch the finale. Well, the last 10 minutes of the finale, like you could just Google last 10 minutes of 6 Feet
Mhm.
Under finale and watch it, and just know that all those characters you're seeing were like main characters in the show. That's all I'll tell you. But oh man, super powerful. But like best way to
Yeah.
wrap up a show ever.
Do yourself a favor though, watch it.
It's a great
You
show.
won't be sorry. Yeah.
I actually have the whole collection up there behind Mookie Betts. Where's it at? Oh, wait, am I going the right way? Yeah, up there. See where the baseball player is, where Mookie is in front of Morty?
Oh yeah.
That's the 6 Feet
Ooh,
Under complete
nice.
season collection, man. I've been through it like 3 times since I got it.
It's a great show. Great show.
Yeah, it is. But yes, we're
Yeah.
that's kind of I think that kind of speaks on tonight's episode. We're already talking about another show.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
I mean, it wasn't again, not a bad episode in my opinion. I think that it just we kind of have we're just a little. It's a little. It left something to be desired because we aren't getting the finale next week.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed Princess, and I'll just leave it at that. The rest
My
of it, take or leave.
They said the production, and maybe they had some filming left to do, which I would imagine the coronavirus really just started getting things closed in the last 2 weeks. I would have imagined they would have been wrapped with all their filming, and it was just
You would
production
think.
that needed to be done. Okay, if I can run 2 radio stations from my house, don't you think somebody has like some editing software at home and they could produce this episode?
You would think, but I don't know.
Like I said, unless they had some kind of reshoots or something to do, man, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
If
hard to
Chris,
say.
if Chris Hartwick can bring you The Talking Dead from home, I think you can take your MacBook and edit some stuff together.
You think he's wearing pants? Like I see he's in a suit tonight, but do you go to the trouble of putting pants on if you're
I
doing it?
totally, I totally wouldn't.
Yeah, I no,
Yeah.
I'm not wearing pants either. I had to run and put a t-shirt on before we started this thing. But
I'm actually wearing shorts, but
no, I'm in the boxer briefs, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
I mean, I did say shorts, but I didn't say what kind of shorts.
That's true. That's true.
Boxer
But
shorts.
oh, nice.
Anytime I think of a crow on a show, I think of SOA, which had a powerful ending. Yeah, I love Sons of Anarchy. I don't know. I was in the camp that wasn't. I don't know, man. That last season, I just was not happy with Jax at all. But anyways, that's another conversation for another podcast. Um, that's true. Buying time for that horde CGI. Yeah, it's a big horde. Somebody actually in the comment section earlier tonight said they wish the horde would have been bigger, but I'm not gonna lie, that horde looked imposing enough for me.
Yeah, and when you got people with knives like woven in there, I mean that's a big threat.
Yeah, yeah. I think Judith should have told Daryl about why. Yeah, I didn't get that. I thought, all right, when Daryl was radioing Michonne, because we might have discussed this on the podcast or somebody else I was following discussed it, but we were thinking, it's probably gonna come back and Daryl's already been told about Michonne. It's not one of those things we're gonna see him learn and learn that Rick might be alive. Because we all know if somebody said Rick might be alive, Daryl's out of there. Daryl's like, Rick, I will find you. And they'll embrace Dare Bear and Rick forever. But apparently she didn't. And I kind of was bummed that she didn't straight up say there's a chance my dad might be alive. I would love to see Daryl's reaction to that.
Yeah, I guess their like justification is, she doesn't want Daryl to run off, but it was a weak reason for her not to tell her. It was pretty weak.
Yeah. Well, she was probably smart for not telling Daryl because, again, Daryl, would have been like, Judith, I'm sorry, but I love your father. Yeah, I have to go. Hold my crossbow. Make sure to wax the strings.
She could have told him, and I don't think he would have bounced like right then and there like she's thinking. But
no,
what? Oh man,
it's like I get the sentimental reasons, but I want to see Dare Bear's reaction to Rick.
Yeah, me too. But they're going to keep us waiting for at least like another season and a half.
If the show doesn't end with Rick and Daryl in a field reuniting with their arms open and, Daryl saying something to the effect of, I missed you, Rick, and Rick calling Daryl Dare Bear, then this whole show's been wasted. That better happen.
That would be the ultimate fan service, but...
Dare Bear, I'm sorry. I've been doing things and stuff. I missed you.
Riding around on helicopters and all kinds of freaky deaky things.
I'm sorry I took you on a bike ride that ended up getting you impaled.
That's the worst kind of bike ride.
It's the worst kind of friend.
Yeah. I generally don't like getting impaled unless it's an act of passion. So
it's not something I do on the regular, but
No.
Christina, let's see. Christina Meek. Hi guys. Hope you're both doing well. As we do hope that I say Christine. We hope that you're doing well as well. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, me too. How are you spending the apocalypse?
Yeah, everybody in this audience, I guess you could call it, all of the viewers, let us know how you're spending your quarantine, your isolation. I'm spending it. I flew my drone a little bit today, and then the rest of the day was spent playing Resident Evil 3.
It's almost like you're a modern day Falconeer or something, Like you got the Falcon comes and it lands on your big glove, and you send it off to do stuff.
You talking about my drone?
Yeah, you're kind of like a Falconeer.
Well, that's exactly how I launch my drone. Is I wear this big glove. Mm-hmm. It's unnecessary, but I feel badass with it. And actually, it is funny that you say that though, because my drone, I can launch it from my hand. It does have a little gimbal sensor cover you put on there to protect it, kind of like how they put the blindfolds on the birds.
Yeah.
So, I pull that off and then I launch it. I was actually trying to kill a wasp with it earlier. It's pretty badass. But anyways, back to The Walking Dead.
Will it hunt small game for you? Will it bring back like rabbits or a squirrel or anything?
If I told you that, I would have to kill you.
Oh, okay. All
right. JP, for the record, is absolutely terrified of drones.
I don't like them.
And it's freaking hilarious because one day, I swear, before I know he doesn't own a shotgun at the moment, but once he does, I'm not doing this. But I'm going to totally one day drive up and just hike to his house and fly the drone up to his window
I'll shoot it out the sky. I will shoot it out the sky. I don't even. I've got that Alexa thing in the house now. I don't like that either.
Yeah, right. Like you're scared of my drone, but you have an Alexa in your house? Get the hell out of here. You
I
can't. You
don't.
don't get to be scared of the drone
I
anymore.
don't like it. Oh.
Eternal Rec, I've been doing the same. I need to play Mortal Kombat 11. I got it down there. I beat it. I really enjoyed it, but I hadn't been back to it in a while. But I borrowed some weights from a friend, and I'm gonna tell you what, the gym not being open is for me what I'm missing the most. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I hadn't really. All I've been doing are these 12-ounce curls. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
No, I've been doing those too.
Yeah.
This morning at JP, I need to show you sometime at the station. This morning, I found a great. I've kind of gotten into yoga, just to try and stay limber, and I found this great like intro beginner yoga 15-minute thing. I need to show you.
Yeah, I want to do some DDP yoga. That's what I want to do. It's life changing.
I've been posting lockdown vids, dug up some old songs I wrote, learned a bunch of old songs I wanted to sing, writing some new material as well. That's good. Sounds like you've got a productive quarantine.
Yeah, I know a lot of musicians been doing a lot of things.
Good point, Eternal Rick. When do you think we're going to get season 11 of The Walking Dead? I mean, if just the finale of this season's been pushed back, I can imagine filming and everything for the next season has probably been pushed back.
Yeah, I bet it won't be until like May or something.
I was going to say definitely after Christmas. I would say like I could see it starting when the second half normally comes in. So the second half normally comes in February. So I could see it starting like February or March,
Possibly.
which is going to suck.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Excuse me. Isn't that kind of ironic? Would irony work for this scenario? Basically, the show about the world coming to a stop because of a viral outbreak has been postponed due to a viral outbreak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a weird set of circumstances.
Let's see. Christine Meek, you guys are so funny. I'm a waitress and I've been out of work for 2 weeks, about 20 minutes outside New Orleans. So staying home, staying safe, try not to get too cozy with both. Go too crazy with both kids at home. I'm gonna tell you, New Orleans, man, you better stay safe because that was a hot spot with Mardi Gras, right?
Like the worst states, right? I know New York's one, New Orleans is one, and there's a third one I can't remember. But just like in the last 2 days, man, they've had like 400 deaths or something like that.
No kidding.
I've got some. I know you lived in New Orleans. I've got some loved ones down there, and I hope everyone's doing all right. Which
Yeah.
I mean, they're no stranger to the struggle. They lived through Katrina, so the Cajun folks are tough, man. Shout out to you, Louisiana.
Yeah. I was born in Leesville and Fort Polk, and now I'm here in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And where we live, there's been like what is it, 8 or 10 confirmed cases now of the coronavirus? So
In our city, yeah, I think Virginia. Maybe there's been.
Oh no, Virginia's a lot more. I'm talking about
Yeah.
in our city where I work and you live.
Yeah, that's about right. So,
Yeah, it's 8, but somebody told me it was 10 now. So yeah, got to stay safe out there.
and that's only like diagnosed, man. It's crazy.
Leesville representing. That's awesome. That's where I spent the early childhood.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Shout out to you, Leesville. Shout out to you.
Let's see. Shows schedules will be so messed up long after life goes back to normal. I know, man. I know.
They should do like a Walking Dead cartoon, like filler like thing. Just get the actors to voice it from home and put together a cartoon.
Well, then that's just going to it better turn into the Barn of Pleasures. That's what, one day, if we ever make it anywhere with this podcast, we're going to get an animator to animate the like episodes of the Barn of Pleasures, and we're going to voice every character in the show.
Why not, man? I bet there's a lot of actors who would want to take part too, man. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Ooh, no, I don't think anybody would want to do the Barn of Pleasures with us. Nobody famous, but we could make it work.
They're doing the sneak peek right now, man. Like Gabriel is running through some abandoned building.
Oh, he's totally going to get his comic death then.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of Walker. I guess no, well, no, I guess they're in their stronghold.
Flip your camera around. Let me see it.
Okay.
Let me see it. Oh, we're watching the sneak preview live. Father Gabe getting close to his comic end, I believe.
We've seen how many are coming. Lots more than we have.
See these fingers? Not much to look at, right?
That's not creepy at all.
Dude, you took the words right out of my mouth.
That's who we are.
We are my fingers.
Those are Oceanside, people of the kingdom.
Is that enough?
I'm not done yet.
Who's that for?
The others. The ones that
Oh, Kelly and Carol are in peril. And there is Daryl. Man, I should be a rapper.
Oh my gosh.
Carol
That
and
was a-
Daryl, they are in peril. Oh, look out. Here comes my boy Daryl. They traded their horses for bikes. Well, I'll tell you this. They might not get there as fast, but they're going to be in a lot better shape when they arrive.
No kidding.
Is this going to be Maggie's return?
together we will fight.
Point your phone down a little bit. There you go. Hiya! Oh, there's Alden.
We will survive.
What was that?
What the fuck was that?
It was a samurai.
They got a Whisperer Samurai now? What? Did Raphael just make a cameo on The Walking Dead?
Together.
There's Maggie. She's
Wow.
back.
Was she the samurai?
God, I hope so.
Wow.
Your hand looked kind of like a naked mole rat right there when it was next to the camera.
I caught a glimpse of that. That was disturbing.
I thought there was something more going on there. I'm so glad that I was wrong.
Yeah. I was like, man, I got to make sure I don't spin the camera in a way that may expose my testes. So
I mean, you are wearing boxers, so I mean, I'd always be worried about hanging brain.
yeah, it can happen.
It does
Yeah.
happen.
It happens frequently, too frequently. Yeah.
What a great preview! You know, I wonder if they. All right, that sneak peek. I wonder if they. I'm wondering if maybe they weren't going to show that in the original sneak preview of next week's episode, but being we've got so long to wait, they're giving us something to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Angela King's on the phone with him now.
Oh, I thought she was about to say she's on the phone with us.
And well, now that you mention it, coming live from
Work-life balance. Do you have confirmation on that? Work-life balance says Maggie was the samurai. I mean, so does everybody gain some kind of like martial arts knowledge in the apocalypse?
I think dojos are as common as like McDonald's are right now, you know?
Then again, though, I mean, what else would you do? I imagine in the apocalypse, you'd have plenty of time to pick up a new skill like martial arts or, you know, everybody seems excited to see Maggie. So we got some Maggie lovers. But when we do our actual, like, in studio podcast on Mondays, Maggie seems to get a lot of hate in the comment section. And I like Maggie. So I'm kind of glad to see her getting some love here in this comment section.
Yeah, man. I didn't hate her until, that last season where she was being just irrational. But
we'll wait,
yeah.
And then we're gonna show Rick, and then Daryl has to be like, "Yeah, we will," and then
yeah,
their stupid erratic plan ultimately leads to Rick leaving the show.
No kidding. I wonder where she got that crazy like Three Ninjas mask.
I don't know. Somebody said that was her. I'm wondering if there's like if what maybe I missed something because I was watching it through your phone. Like, did it show her take the mask off? I mean, I saw that maybe that scarf she was wearing might have. I don't know. She had the Indiana Jones hat on and everything.
You think she's been in Japan this whole time?
That could be. Could be.
Like went back in time to a feudal Japan.
Well, she's got the Indiana Jones hat. Does that mean she has the Indiana Jones whip? Because if she does, Maggie's got to come to the Barn of Pleasures.
Oh, she does. And she will. Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who was that white ninja? It's like a Power Ranger and a Ninja Turtle had a baby. That sounds like 10-year-old me's wet dream.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. I don't know why you'd wear a mask out there. It seems like it'd be really hot and uncomfortable. But
Angela King just said that sound effects and editing, etc., is the holdup. Well, get somebody like Pro Tools Home Edition or something so they can edit that junk in the safety and the security of their own home.
yeah, really, come on.
Oh, Jovi Gal says she's digging your Doctor Who shirt.
Oh, thank you, Jovi. Yeah,
Doctor Who?
Control Alt Delete. Yeah.
Doctor Who?
Mm-hmm. You see, I've had this shirt for many years.
What?
Shout out to you, Jovi.
I think that you've had that shirt since I've known you.
Oh yeah, since long before we got together. Yeah,
Before we got together.
that's right.
In the Barn of Pleasures.
It's a great way to make new friends.
I tell you, time.
Yeah.
Friend. What is that old saying? Times I'll never remember. Friend with friends I'll never forget.
That's it.
You could reverse it.
The Talking Dead's wrapping up. King Ezekiel looked really good tonight, man.
Is the Talking Dead really wrapping? Oh, it's 11 already.
It's 11 already. Yeah,
Wow, man, that last like 20 minutes flew by.
it really did.
That's what happens when you sit here and bullshit for.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got to rate the episode before we close out. So JP, let's get that hand under the screen and let's pull it up. You ready? Spider fingers and all. Did you just give it a 1?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Dude.
Uh,
You were going to give it a 3. Just give it a 3. You're giving it a 2? I'm giving it a 3. I didn't think it was quite 2 territory, but it definitely didn't belong with the 4 and 5. However, depending on the way that the next episode plays out, maybe I'll look back on it with more fondness.
I give if you told me just rate the princess portion, I'd give it like a 4. So you can find the average, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed the princess moments. Thought they were some of the highlights. I mean, excuse me, my girlfriend watches the show, but she doesn't watch the show. I mean, she's kept up with it for a long time, but she doesn't. She doesn't follow it super hard. Like she kind of sits there and watches it, but she's on her phone. She has an idea.
Right.
But even she was like looking up and laughing quite a bit at some of the stuff that Princess was saying and doing. So I mean, she's a funny character.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So the princess portion, I give a solid 4. But other than that,
Yeah, the princess portion was nice. I'm trying to think if there's any other high points of it that I could say, but I definitely don't think there's anything that topped the princess moments as far as my main takeaway from the episode.
yeah, me neither.
Let's think. No, I think that's it. I can't quit yawning. That is a sign I need to take my ass to bed.
Yeah, I feel you.
We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the official podcast, which is basically this, just less interaction and more studio quality.
Yeah,
but we hope you guys are still enjoying the live streams. The comment section stays lit up, so as long as there are people still interacting and enjoying it, we'll continue to do the live streams.
Yeah, it's a good time. Shout out to you, Jovi. Hadn't seen you for a while.
I know. Jovi popped up the night before last, I think, doing the Resident Evil 3 stream.
Nice.
And that's the first time I've seen anything from Jovi in the comments in a while.
Yep.
Christine says that since Glenn is gone, Maggie's definitely going to come to the Barn of Pleasures, without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
I got to work on my Maggie voice. She talks real country. That kind of sounded like Daryl. I got to work on my Maggie. Yeah. It's when you got a voice this deep, it's really hard to talk like a female. But I think I could work it out. That's more alpha. You got to find somewhere in the middle.
We'll get there.
I want to get my Maggie voice. Just even though it's all right, so is Alpha in the Barn of Pleasures anymore, or is she dead in that universe too? Or is it just her head? Pass me that Alpha head.
Yeah, I think it's just the head at this point. But you can still do a lot with that.
Well, we still love you too, Jovi.
Yeah, sending all the love to the New Zealand.
Yeah, absolutely. Good night. Stay safe and healthy. You all do the same thing. Please be safe out there. Sanitize,
6 feet.
sanitize. 12 feet. Just double it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
My
anyways,
comic wall.
that's pretty dope, man. I
Yeah.
miss my comic wall that I used to have over here because actually where is it? Right, dang it! It's really this camera's like inverted. Right there where those show posters were is where I used to have my comic wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then I moved my comics over to where like my office / library is over there, and now you're making me wish it was back over here.
I might have a surprise for you tomorrow, but more on that in the morning.
Oh gosh,
yeah.
I'm both excited and a little nervous. It's just kind of the range of emotions that come with being JP's friends. Like when he says he has a surprise.
Could mean anything.
It could. But we'll see. But either way, man, I will see JP. I'll see you bright and early in the morning for our morning shows. And then I will see you. Well, we will see you, the listeners, tomorrow on the YouTubes.
Yep, we sure will.
And JP, we got to get back on that Resident Evil 3 stream.
Yeah, we need to do that as well.
In the next couple of days, we'll jump back and finish the game. We're not too far from the end.
No, we'll get there.
We'll get there. But I'm Justin.
JP.
And we're the Podcasting Dead. Subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. Check out our Patreon. Good night.
Adios.